What's up, everybody? This is Ken with Mortgage Up with Ken. We are happy to be here today to share with you some great information. I am your host, Mortgage Booker and Real Estate Booker here in South Carolina. I have with me, as always, D, my co-host, that will help me share with you some great information today.
So, Ken, I'm doing fantastic. It's a beautiful spring day here in South Carolina. Let me tell you, the market is about to get as hot as the weather is. I am so excited for today's episode because we have a lot to talk about.
Yes, absolutely. Hey, today we're gonna dive really deep into the local market, what's going on in Somerville, Charleston, and Goose Creek, what's going on everywhere around. So the other things that we're gonna talk about is rate, because I know everybody has that in mind. What's the rate are doing today? So we're gonna work on that, and as well as the real estate market, how's everything going? And we'll make sure you have all the information that you need to make a valuable decision for yourself and your family.
Absolutely. And if you're new here, welcome to the family. Hit that subscribe button because every week, Ken and I will bring you real talk, real numbers, and real strategies to help you grow your real estate portfolio or become a homeowner if that is what you're wanting to do. So let's get into it.
Absolutely. Listen, guys, I have some great information to share with you today. Even though we know everything that's going on, people question whether interest rates gonna go crazy or what's going on. But one thing that I would tell you over the past couple weeks, rates are getting better. So what I see right now on the market is that you look at, 30-year fixed rate right now is about 6.23%. And then 15-year fixed mortgage right now, the rate is 54% actually.
Mm.
So, which is very good because compared to where rate were last year, we are in a much better position.
hmm That is so true. I literally get asked this just about every single day by clients. People will call me about a listing, and before they even ask about the square footage, they'll ask me, what are rates doing right now? So, thank you for that context. So, for people who maybe tuned in a couple of years ago, these numbers might still feel a little bit high. Ken, so give them some context for that.
So absolutely, the context is everything. When you look at, you read the news, you watch TV, and what you see, it's not exactly what it is. So in 2025, around this time, the interest rate was between 6.1 to 7.2%. Okay. So it's right now it's range about 6.15 to 7%. We basically in the sweet spot. Okay. Now roughly for the past couple weeks, it has moved down between 5.98% to
Okay.
6.46%, which is
Okay.
a very good range for people. So it's not the end. It's not like people make it seems to be. It is still a great time to purchase a home.
Awesome. So, we're seeing basically more stability and less volatility, would you say?
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly right. That's the way it is. So what happened in the past, you have a lot of buyers, but you didn't have enough home on the market for those buyers to purchase. But
hmm
right now, we in a more balanced market where it's a little bit on the buyer side, you have
hmm
way more seller and
hmm
home available to sell
True.
compared to buyers. Hey, buyers, you are right now, you have the upper hands.
Uh-huh. Absolutely. So you marry the house, you date the rate. We always hear that. And I love that. We need to put that on a t-shirt because it's the truth, right?
We do. So basically, what happened, and I'm gonna be frank and honest with you guys. So
hmm
the pre-pandemic, the 2020, 2021 rate, I
hmm
don't think we're gonna get there anytime soon.
Yeah.
So if you gonna stay on the sideline
Yeah.
waiting for that,
Yeah.
I don't think that will happen anytime soon or ever. I don't know. We don't have, we don't.
That is absolutely true. So, all right, Ken, this is my favorite part. Let me put on my realtor hat and talk about what is actually happening on the ground in our own backyard right now. Because national numbers are one thing, but here in the Low Country, we have a very unique story, right?
Tell the
Yep.
people, D, this is what you live every day.
So let's start with the big picture. So Charleston closed out 2025 with more than 17,000 home sales, right, for the year. That is significant. And heading into 2026, University of South Carolina economist Joey Von Nessen, some of you guys might have heard of him, described this market as moving toward a period of more sustainable growth. That is great news. That's actually really healthy. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely, because we don't want wild swing where the market goes up and go down.
Yeah.
So what I always tell people, real estate, it's one of the most stable assets that you someone can have in their portfolio. It's when buyer can plan, seller
Mhm.
know what to expect because you have homes on the market, the average 53 to 60 days on the market, which not compared to 2021, 22, have multiple offers
Yeah.
above asking price
Mhm.
and no contingency. Not those they are gone for now.
Yeah, I'm
So
telling
we
you.
we just basically have to deal with the barriers
Yeah, yeah,
concession right now.
yeah, exactly. Now let's talk about neighborhoods a little bit because not all markets are the same, right? We all know that, even within 20 miles of each other. So let's start with Somerville, which has been arguably one of the hottest growth corridors in the entire state. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Some of it has been hot for the past couple of years and continue to be.
I
It's
agree.
amazing.
I agree. It really has. The median home price in Somerville right now is about like 344,000 to the $400,000 range, depending on which data you're looking at, the specific area. What's interesting is that we're starting to see some stabilization there in home prices. Like you said, homes are sitting a little bit longer, averaging about 92 days on market compared to 100 days maybe last year. That might sound like a negative, but honestly, it means buyers have a little more breathing room. You're not losing every offer in that bidding war.
Absolutely. On the finance standpoint, you have way more options, especially if you in the next area. Can they
Yes.
believe it or not? Even though those homes, they're like 400, $500,000. This USDA.
Man, really?
USDA, yes,
It
absolutely
qualifies that way?
qualified for USDA.
Okay. Good.
And for some reason, they think next thing in Can based in the
Uh-huh.
rural area, we out there in the woods. I don't know that. But I hope they keep it that way.
And everybody wants to be there. So that's good news, really good news for buyers. So let's talk a little bit now about one of my personal favorites, Goose Creek. So, okay, Goose Creek is becoming like the place for value in the greater Charleston area. Can you explain to maybe folks who've been here in Charleston for years and years why that's happening?
Listen, and people sleeping on Goose Creek.
Yep, they're sleeping on it and they should not be. The average home price in Goose Creek right now is approximately $308,000,
Absolutely,
right?
yeah. Yeah.
So you're getting quality housing, great proximity to the Navy base, I-26 to everything Charleston has to offer, and you are saving potentially 50 to maybe $100,000 compared to what you would pay for the same home in Somerville and definitely Mount Pleasant for sure, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
on a lending perspective, with the price point that we have in Goose Creek, Somerville, you
Mhm.
have way more options.
Yeah.
You have part of some of the depends on the area,
Yeah.
FAJ, USDA, and of course we have our favorite down payment assistant that
Yeah,
we
yeah.
have also available.
Awesome. I love that. That's a hot topic. We're going to come back to that again, I'm sure. I'm
Absolutely,
sure.
yes, yes.
Now, let's not sleep on Monk's Corner either. This community has had phenomenal growth, and some neighborhoods in Monk's Corner have seen population growth of maybe around 30% since 2010. That's incredible expansion. So you get more house for less out there, I feel like.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, here in South Carolina, to build roads, school, and everything, you have to have the
Yeah.
population first. So that's the
Yes.
way it is. Yes,
Yes.
Monk's Corner have seen the growth over the past couple of years. They building school. Actually, Blacktown Road, right off Canby, they just building an elementary school there, I think.
Yeah.
And that's promising.
Very good information. So families are discovering Monk's Corner and falling in love, it sounds like.
Yes, and the good thing is it's only probably 25, 30 minutes drive to Charleston.
It's not that bad.
So I would rather drive out to Corner and
Yeah,
have a bigger home to stay in than
exactly.
stay in a tiny house in Charleston
I'm
that is
telling
very,
you.
very expensive.
I'm telling it's a small price to pay, in my opinion.
Absolutely, yes.
So I'm taking more of my buyers out there.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
So what happens sometimes, people when it comes to Charleston,
Yeah.
we want people to know
Mhm.
that it's a great area. If you're
Mhm.
looking to buy, you still have James Island and Daniel Island, all the area around Charleston, because some people they want to be close
True.
to everything. Like, it's a great place to be, especially on the weekend.
Very
But
true.
that's not the only place. Okay,
Correct.
you
Correct.
can't, you can basically move out about 20, 30 minutes from Charleston and still find a home that's much
Yes.
better and cheaper than what you would pay in Charleston.
That's
Nothing against Charleston. I
that's
love
right. That's
Charleston,
right.
but it is what it is. The
That's right.
prices were high.
Absolutely. And because it's also one of the top migration destinations in the country, right? I feel like people are coming here from all
A
over.
lot. A lot of
Yeah.
people moving down here right now. Yes,
So the
absolutely.
growth is real, and that matters for buyers. I feel like who are on the fence that this isn't a market where values are going to crater. Your home value is not going to drop, right? Because demand continues to push population growth, like you mentioned, job growth, quality of life. They're all pointing in one direction, and that direction is up.
Absolutely. And if you fence waiting for the market to drop, I
Yeah.
would say good luck because I don't foresee that happening anytime soon. So
Yeah.
if whether you're looking in Somerville, Corner, North Charleston, Hanahan, Latson, there are opportunity everywhere. You can find a great home that you can buy. So one of the things that we're gonna start talking about right now, which is my favorite, is
Mhm.
zero down payment or low down payment
Mm.
option for loan.
Mhm.
Depends on what you qualify for.
Mhm. That's awesome. So, Ken, I've had clients who rented it for extra years because they thought they couldn't afford to buy. And they sat down with you and some things changed. So, break this down for our listeners.
Big mistake.
Mhm.
One thing that I know, and one of the investors that I listen to very often, he says, the best time to buy a home was 20 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
The first best time. The second one was yesterday.
Right. Right.
So basically, if you rent, why wasting your money paying the mortgage for the landlord instead of buying your home? We have different programs available. USDA loan, if you're in the Somerville and the outskirts, you can qualify for that. And we have, if you don't have down payment,
Mhm.
we have down payment assistance program.
That's right.
Different
That's right.
type, some that's basically a grant after you close.
Yeah.
You know, it's a great program, different programs that we have to help you to purchase a home. One thing that I usually tell people, if you're not afraid of driving couple
Yeah.
30, 45 minutes from Charleston,
Mhm.
go somewhere where you can get USDA loan
Yeah.
because zero down payment.
I'm
You don't
telling
put
you.
anything down.
Save yourself $10,000, $12,000, right?
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
life changing for some people, man.
Yes, and of course, you can't compare it to VA loan,
Yeah. Yeah.
but it's a great option if you don't have 10, $20,000 to put down.
Yes.
That's a great place to start with USDA
Yep.
loan or down payment assistance.
Absolutely. So how does someone know if they qualify?
The first thing you need to do is have an appointment with us. We'll establish a what we call financial profile for you, not loan application, financial profile.
Mhm.
So know that if you do an FHA loan, you only need 2.5% down, and they go as low as 580 credit score. And
Mhm.
I have other lenders that will go low 580, just depends on the situation.
Mhm.
So know where you at. The first thing I would do, call the office. We'll make sure that we set up an appointment for you with
Mhm.
daily financial profile to see where you at. Look
Yes.
at your
Yes.
employment history, stability, and again, we look at CIA. credit,
Mm,
income, and
that's it.
assets.
That's it.
You only need two of them to purchase.
That's right.
And once we get the information we need, we build a plan for you and
Yep.
get you into your home.
Yep. I love that. So don't disqualify yourself before you even ask, right?
Absolutely. It's
Yeah.
like your client that we closed last month.
Yes.
She didn't believe it even when we get to the closing table. I said, yes, that's the way it is. You never say never. And let somebody else. And if
Yes.
I tell you no, that's my advice to you.
Yes.
Go somewhere else, get a second opinion.
Absolutely. Let the professionals decide. Don't decide for yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. So, Ken, a lot of the sellers we work with are willing to cover things like closing costs for the buyer through seller concessions. So that down payment might, be only the only out-of-pocket expenses you have as a buyer. Is that right?
Absolutely. So the sellers right now, they want to sell. They're willing to
Yeah,
negotiate and
yeah.
give 10. I've situation where I get 10, $12,000.
Oof,
Yes, in closing costs
it's a
for my
lot of
client.
money.
And yeah, absolutely. So what you need is a skilled realtor that's gonna negotiate on your
Hey,
behalf.
there you go.
It's very important
There you go.
because I sent an offer for somebody and they just told me, oh, I don't think the seller gonna go for that. And I said, well, your home has been on the market for over 160 days. If you wanna sell, your
Yeah,
seller better,
yeah.
have common sense. And sure enough, we got it because it's all about negotiation. Have the right people on your corner to negotiate on your behalf.
Absolutely. I could not agree more. So let's talk about you've talked about VA loans, zero down payment, USDA, anything else that you want to add to that?
Vietnam, it's for vets, those active duty military
Yep. Yep.
as well, and people that basically serve in the military. It's a way to say
Okay.
thank you for your service.
That's it.
And if you reserve or National Guard, you have to have at least 90 days active.
Okay.
90 days active. That's I have a young man that came to me, which
Yeah.
he had to get an FHA loan, but he wanted a VA loan. When I asked him, "Hey, did you do 80 days in the military?" Yes, he get D214. Come to find out, he was active for only 7 9 days before he get injured and get medical discharge from the VA.
Really,
So
really.
that didn't help him. But even if
Okay.
you're not qualified, the good thing about the VA's mortgage insurance premium that you don't have to pay. But
Yes.
we have other option for you even if you're not in vet.
Yes, yes. So if you're a vet listening to this and you have not used your VA benefit to buy a home, please, please reach out. This is a benefit you have earned and you should get the information to be able to use it.
Okay, so now we're gonna answer a couple questions that we know that some people sent us,
Okay.
and we love when you ask us questions, and we do our best to answer your questions and guide you to the right direction.
Absolutely. We love this part of the show. We've got some great questions from our community. Can you take the first one?
The first one that we received, it was about credit score. What you can qualify for if your credit score is about 580 or 620.
Okay.
It's just depend. You can qualify for FHA loan.
Mhm.
Most DPA program requires 620. However, there is a lender that would do below 620 as long as we get approved eligible when we run the desktop underwriting.
Mhm.
So there are programs out there, as G said previously, do not disqualify yourself. Call us 10 minutes. It's not gonna take long. We have a conversation. What we need to do to help you, we'll be more than happy to do that.
Absolutely. I love it. Okay, so next question. This one is from someone in Monk's Corner. As a seller, should I be worried about the market slowing down? Is now still a good time to sell? Great question.
Well, Z, that question is for you. I'm not gonna answer it. That's for you. What do you think? What do
Such a
you
great
think?
question. So I want to be really honest with you here. The market has moderated, right? So the expectation that sellers had from maybe 2021, 22, your house is not going to fly off the market in 24 to 48 hours. Those days are gone. However, it has normalized. We're actually back in a market the way that things used to be before COVID. But people kind of lost track of that. They can't go back that far. Remember, so they
Absolutely,
think
yeah.
something's wrong. It's not wrong. It's not bad. Inventory is still kind of on the low side, though it's kind kind of balancing out, and demand is still pretty strong. So sellers in Monk's Corner are still getting solid prices. Prices have not dropped. The key is proper pricing right out of the gate and presentation and your marketing. So if you list at market value and your home kind of shows well, you will sell it. The days of overpricing and hoping that, someone will come put an offer are behind us, but the days of selling for a strong price with a quality marketing strategy, that's where we're at right now.
Absolutely. And people don't realize it. As you said, they forget that COVID changed things for
It
everybody.
did.
And it is not the same. And the other
Yeah.
thing too, sellers, when they sell, they usually buy. If
Yeah.
you that's what you have in mind, still a great time to do it because a lot of people are still looking for a home. We still write contract, we still do loans on a daily basis. You just need to hire the right agent to negotiate on
Yes.
your behalf to help you.
That is so key. So key. Really good point. Okay, so one more question. What is the first step to buying a home if I don't even know where to start?
The first thing is pre-qualified. You
Mm-hmm.
need to be pre-qualified. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
people, um, when I
Mm.
started as an agent,
Mm-hmm.
just take people out, showing them
Hoping,
house.
wishing.
Yes, but it doesn't work that
Yeah.
way. It's like you're going shopping and you left your wallet with your card and money at home.
Uh-huh.
So a 15-20 minutes conversation with a lender will definitely give you a better idea what you could qualified for, and then
Yes.
later on getting pre-approved.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Always. The key is being armed with information, and financing is power, right?
Absolutely. And
Mm-hmm.
one thing that I've learned doing this and is that there is no such thing,
Mm-hmm.
especially in real estate, to invest.
Mm-hmm.
Bad time to invest.
Yeah.
Okay, it
Yeah.
is not. You have different ways you can use. This morning, I put something on Facebook about the market. I've done some research and different things that we've seen,
Mm-hmm.
and you can follow us on Facebook as well.
Yeah.
You will see that it is not what people make it seem to be.
Right.
It is
Right.
not.
It doesn't have to be difficult. We're kind of here to help make the process a whole lot easier.
Absolutely.
So come to the experts, please.
Absolutely.
Okay. And once Ken puts a pre-qualification letter in your hands, you call me
Absolutely,
right away.
yes. That's basically it. Say, listen, one thing that I would advise you this week we try to bring one thing that you need to do
Mm-hmm.
is get a free credit report today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you can go to annualcreditreport.com, you pull your own credit, you look at what's in there, what needs to be done.
Right.
And we help people.
Mhm.
You look at their credit. If something needs to be done, we don't for right now,
Yeah.
don't charge anything to guide them to increase their credit by 20, 30 point or 50 point in some situation.
Wow, that's huge, man. That can change the game for people. Lower interest rates if you have a high credit score, qualify for more programs, right? Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes.
So it's
Yes.
worth looking into. Worth doing.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. This is one of the things that I always tell people. Um, if you have to live in a place,
Mhm.
okay, why not making it your own? The
Yeah.
same way you would not go to enterprise to rent a car to drive to from work to school or
Mm.
everywhere. At the same thing, it just doesn't make sense to just
Mhm.
um rent a home. It's the same thing. The difference you
Every time.
sleep in, you drive the car and but the home you sleep in it.
Every time, every time. Such a good tip. And mine for this week is drive the neighborhoods. I mean, literally just hop in your car before you make any decisions where to buy. Spend a Saturday morning driving through Somerville or Goose Creek or Mung's Corner and have breakfast at a local spot or walk around. See how it feels. Do you want to be there? Do you want to live there? Real estate is emotional as much as it is financial. So you have to feel at home in the community. Don't just buy a house, buy the lifestyle, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. You
Yeah.
buy a life, not just a house.
Absolutely.
So we
Okay.
are very, 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 very happy that we spent some time with you today. So now it's time to wrap up Mortgage Up with Ken. So thank you so much for spending time with us. We very happy to be part of this community, and we honored to be a resource for you. If you need
Yes.
anything, just reach out to us. And thank you, Dee, for joining us again for another
Oh,
episode.
welcome. So welcome anytime. We are here for you every step of the way, whether you're just starting or thinking about buying, whether you're ready to sell, or whether you've been listening for months and you really finally feel ready to make your move. There's no question too small and no situation too complicated. We've seen and heard it all, right?
Absolutely, absolutely,
And we're here to help.
absolutely. Thank you very much, everyone.